This conference will now be recorded.
So, what is an exception? So, generally, just to 5 minutes, I will give overview yesterday class. At the time of programming, there are two types of errors are available there. What are the two types? Syntax error and as well as runtime error. Syntax errors and runtime error. So, syntax errors are nothing but missing the colons, parentheses, all the called as a syntax errors. So programmer is the responsible to correct these errors. Once all syntax errors are corrected, then only program execution will be started. To resolve the syntax errors, there is no concept. So what is a runtime error? Syntax wise everything okay. Runtime error is nothing but an exception. While execution of the program, if something goes wrong, maybe user input wrong, maybe programming logic wrong, memory problem, we will get runtime error. So to handle these runtime errors, exception handling concept is applicable. Yesterday I'm given three questions. What is an exception? What is the purpose of exception handling? And what is the meaning of exception handling? So what is exception means? Anything that is an unwanted, unexpected event which will disturb our normal flow of the program is called as an exception. Maybe it is a zero division error, type error, value error. As I given some examples, tire punctured error, sleeping error, hall ticket missing error. So anything which will disturb our normal flow, that is called as an exception. So what is the purpose of exception handling? The main objective of exception handling is to provide graceful termination. So we should not block our resources. Then I can go for the exception handling. What is the meaning of exception handling? We are not repairing any exception. Just we are providing a alternative way to run my program completely. So at the time of exception, everything in one object only. When an object is available, there are multiple exception classes are there, like base exception, exception, system exit, arithmetic error, zero division error, all these are called as a classes. So how to customize exception handling with the help of the try and except. In the try block, which code we can write? We can write the risky code. So except block, which code we can write? We can write our handling code or alternative code. That is the try and except. As I am given multiple examples also. So again, same try with multiple except blocks. That is also explained. Try with multiple except block. Single try block with multiple excepts, like zero division error, value error, like that. Multiple I can provide it there. So sometimes same child and parent, two blocks are available there. So which will come first, parent or child? So in Java, generally child class will be executed, but whereas in Python there is no child and parent. First, which one came, that will be executed. Yesterday we have seen. So there is no parent and child concept. Top to bottom it will be executed. Next, one more concept explained. A single except block that can handle multiple exceptions. How? Except block, inside that exception 1, exception 2, like that, so on in the queue. If you want to provide that message also, sir, the information which is provided by except block as a message, that is you can print. Up to here, we are completed in our yesterday class. Try, except, try with multiple except blocks, single except block that can handle multiple exceptions. If both parent child are available, top to bottom will be executed, not child, not parent. So now, today concept, default except block. So what is the default except block means? So in the default except block can handle any type of exception. Generally in this default except block, we can write some print messages like that, we can provide it there. To handle any type of exceptions. Generally, default except block, we can print normal error messages. Because, sir, when default execute means, if any block is not matches, then automatically default except block will be executed. Now observe carefully. Take a Python file. First, try block. Sorry, input. Enter first number, stored in TX. Enter second number, Y. X by Y. Done. So now accept block. So first I'm given a 0 division error. Print one message. So what it is a 0 division error. Can't divide with 0. Perfect. Okay. So now, what is the default accept means? Just can you accept block enough without any class? If you are writing accept block, that is nothing but a default accept block. Print. Observe carefully. This is a which block? Default accept block. I want to praise provide valid input. So now save this. Now in Python classes, test.py. Yes, save the program. Sir, if you run the program, okay, go to the command prompt. Okay. So here two blocks are available there. One is 0 division error. Second one is the default except. Because of I'm not providing any class, then that is called a default except block. Here. That is a default except block. So at the time of running the program, so I want to run my program py test.py. So now, sir, I want to take the two numbers, first number and the second number. Now observe carefully. Sir, first number 10. Sir, second number I can provide it 0. Sir, which except block will execute? Which block will execute? 0 division error, because of 10 by 0 compulsory zero division error I will get perfect done. Sir, if I'm given 10 and I'm given 10. Sir, now first it is looking the zero division error, not matches. Then which block will execute? Default except, because of the corresponding class is not matches, then automatically default except block will be executed there. So that is the default. Default means anything will be handled. So first it is checking the first class, matches or not matches. Second class, matches or not matches. Third one, fourth one, like that. If anything not matches, default will be executed. So now I have a small doubt. Anyone tell? Suppose, sir, if you given a default except block like this. Yesterday I'm given arithmetic error, zero division error. Okay. So which is first came, that will be executed. Yesterday already I'm given the proof also. Child and parent, zero division arithmetic. So in this situation, first of all, my input is 10, my input is 0. Which block will execute, sir? 10, 0. 0 division error. Now remaining is happily sleeping. Default. Madam, why 10, 0 means one person is telling default, one person is telling 0 division. Okay. Suppose my inputs are 10 and 10. Now, okay. So, your answer is, in this case, default. Okay. Mari 10 and 0, in this case, default 0 division. That is a bigger doubt. Some guys are telling default, some guys are telling 0 division. So which is the correct? So here 10 and 10 means default only, no chance. But in case of 10 and 0, default 0 division error, which will execute? Sir, 10 and 10, default correct? This one, second case, 10, 10, default. Correct? Okay, perfect. Wrong. Next. 10 by 0, because it is in first position, default, yes. So here 10 and 0. Sir, some guys are telling default. Who is telling default? Wrong answer. Sir, who is telling 0? That is also wrong answer. So here, see, this one wrong, this one wrong. First of all, program wrong. Okay, don't bother about that. Because of C. If you run this program, PVM will give left and right. Because of, sir, where you can maintain our default except block? Default must and should last only. Observe the syntax error. Default except must be last. Because when default will execute, if any one of the block not matches, default will be executed. But first you are given as a default, you will get syntax error. You are not getting any output. Remember, the default must be last only. So that is very, very important note. So whatever answer you are telling, everything will be wrong. So in try block with multiple except blocks available, then default except block should be last. Otherwise, we will get syntax error. That is the very most important. So now, whatever the different ways to use the except block, multiple ways. First, except zero division error. Second, same thing, except block as message, exception message. Next, except zero division error comma value error. Single except block, multiple classes you can cover. Next one, as message. So these many ways are there to use our except block. So that is about our try and except blocks. So next one more block is there. Finally block. Sir, what is this finally block? Observe carefully. Sir, suppose if I am writing some code in the try block, is there any guarantee to execute the complete try block? No guarantee. Because of any exception raised, let's say I'm given try statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, statement 4. Suppose in statement 2 something exception raised, it will jump to the except block. So there is no guarantee to execute the try block. Except block. If there is no exception, except block also no guarantee. Sir, but sometimes my requirement is I want to write some code like suppose one person accessing the database. Sir, whenever the person work is completed, he want to release that resource because some another person is waiting to accept the database like that. So compulsory execution code means resource deallocation. So like that, some compulsory code is there because of there is one database is available. Database means so many members they are accessing. Suppose one person is accessing this database. Whenever his work is completed, compulsory you want to release that resource because whenever he releases, another person is waiting to take that data. That's why that resource deallocation code, resource releasing code, that code is called as a cleanup code. If I'm writing this type of code into the try block, there is no guarantee to execute the try block. If I'm writing exception block, that is also no guarantee. Then which block is preferable? One, finally block. So highly recommended the cleanup code, resource deallocation. Sir, which code you want to execute compulsory in your program? Then you can write that code into the finally block because of suppose in a program there is no exception. Exception raised and handled, exception raised and not handled, even though finally block will be executed. All the three situations. So one situation, no exception. Second situation, exception raised, handled. Third situation, exception raised, not handled, even though finally block will be executed. So that is the reason always highly recommended to take this final block to maintain our cleanup code and resource deallocation code. Observe what is the finally block. So finally, resource deallocation code or resource releasing code. So this type of code inside try block don't maintain because of there is no guarantee. For the execution of every statement inside try block. Yes, because if any one of the statement something exception raised, automatically it will jump to the except block. Suppose if I'm writing this code into the except block, there is also no guarantee because in my program there is no exception. Then except block won't execute. Why? What is the reason? Because if there is no exception in my program, then except block won't execute. So that is the reason I don't want to maintain these type of compulsory execution code in the try and except block. So where we can write finally block. Because of, sir, if I'm writing code into the finally block, in every situation, 3 situations are there. What is that? Whether exception raised or not raised, whether exception handled or not handled, then I can go to this finally block. Raised or not raised. Whether the exception handled or not handled, no problem. Finally block will be executed. That's why I want to maintain clean according to the finally block. So in the try block, I can write the risky code. In the except block, I can write the handling code. In the finally block, I can write the cleanup code. So that is try except finally. So whether exception raised or not raised, handled or not handled, your finally block will be executed. Now see this. Take here just try, print the try, then accept, print the accept. Next, finally, print finally. So 3 I can provide there. Try, accept, finally all are available there. Save this, run this. So if I run this program, which block will be executed? What is the output I will get? If you run this program, no output. UI. So if I run this program, output will get because first which statement will execute? So try. Print statements only Harsha. First try executed. In the try block, there is no exception. Which block will execute finally? So output is try and finally. Sorry. So I will get try and finally. Because of first situation, there is no exception. When no exception, first try block will be executed. After that, finally block will be executed. Suppose observe carefully. Second situation, print 10/0. The second situation, exception raised and I handled. Now which blocks will execute? What is the output I will get? Exception raised and I handled. So what are the outputs I will get?
Try and accept.
Try, accept, and finally also. Just now I'm telling na, any cost finally will be executed. Observe. So try, accept, finally I will get, because sir, first situation what it is here, no exception. Try and finally. Exception raised and handled. Try, accept, finally. So third situation, exception raised, but corresponding class not matches. Instead of 0 division error, I am given as a name error. Exception raised, I am not handled. Now, which output I will get? What is the output I will get? So exception raised, 0 division error, but I'm given wrong class name error I've given. So exception raised and not handled, even though finally block will execute. But in this situation, try finally will execute, it will give abnormal termination. Observe. I'm getting 0 division error, but I'm given name error. So try finally and abnormal. So see all the three situations. First situation, no exception. Second situation, exception raised and handled. Third situation, exception raised but not handled, no problem. Any cost finally block will be executed in our program. Clear? That is about our finally block. At any cost, PVM will run that finally block. That is the finally block. So now I have a small doubt. Sir, there is a program is there. Okay. While executing the program, suddenly power gone. Example, my laptop only. So in my laptop there is no battery, sir. Some problem is there, so I am removing the battery. Directly I can provide the charging cable. Okay. Without child and parent. Where is your child parent? One second. So now, while running my program, okay. So I don't have a battery. Directly cable connection, I am running my program. Sir, suddenly power gone. So whenever power gone, there is no battery backup. Suddenly my system was shut down. Okay, observe. But while execution of the program, finally block is there in my program. Sir, whenever power gone, observe carefully, my laptop does not contain battery. Directly power cable, suddenly power gone, system will be shut down. But sir, PVM, just now what I am telling, at any cost, PVM will execute finally block. So while running my program, whenever power gone, so immediately my PVM will ask to the power, oh power, you have to wait 2 minutes. My responsibility is to run the finally block. Whenever after execution of the final block, you can shut down. Like that, PVM will ask to the power. Yes, will it ask? Because of who will execute finally block? PVM only. Power gone, system shut down. Now my question, finally block will execute, not executes. Yes or no? No. Executes that. So whatever you're telling, so PVM will ask to the power. Very power, you have to wait 2 minutes. I will run the final block. After that, you can go on like that. PVM will ask to the power. See, Harsha, while running the program, suddenly power gun system shut down. No battery, no nothing. Power off, system close. Even the final block will execute. It won't execute. Yes, because of PVM never asked to the power. Power, please wait 2 minutes. I will execute the final block. After execution, simply you can go on like that. It never asked because suddenly power gone means complete system close. Go to meeting will close. Everything will gone. So how it will execute? It won't execute. Now my question is, sir, power available, everything available. Even though try except finally blocks are available, I don't want to run the finally block. Suppose this is my program, assume try except finally. There is no exception. So which blocks will execute? Try and finally. Now my question, sir, I want to run only try block. I don't want to run finally. How it is possible? So don't remove finally. Don't comment. Same program, try only I want to execute. I don't want to execute finally block. Is it possible? Is it possible? Run finally block. Only try block. After try block execution, I want to terminate my program. So how it is possible? But then I want to go to the, sir, there is one module is there. The module name is OS. Import OS module. Sir, after try block, I want to terminate my program entire. Means I want to shut down my system. And simple OS dot underscore exit of 0. What is the meaning? Means whenever try block try executed, immediately system will be shut down. Means program is terminated. It won't get finally blocked. See this. Only try block is coming. So if you don't want to run the program, you want to shut down your program, you want to terminate, then OS is a module. Inside that, exit is a one command, underscore exit. Then automatically program will be terminated. Finally block never executes. Sir, in the exit, if I am given 0, program terminated. If I am given 1, then what will happen? One I am given. Is it restart the program? Sir, if I am given 1, observe carefully. Now also only try block. Sir, if I am given as a -1, yes, try only. If I am given as a 100, yes, program will be terminated. Sir, underscore exit one argument required. Is it a positive or negative? Anything, no problem. But as generally we are given as a 0. One argument is compulsory. Without argument, it won't execute. The argument you can give either 0 or 1, minus 10, 100, your wish, any value. But normally we are using 0. Then program will be terminated. So that is very important. OS is a module. inside that underscore exit is a one command available there. So that is about try, except, and finally blocks. So next, nested try, except, finally block. What it is? Nested try block means try inside one more try, nothing but observe. Sir, first a try block. Some 2-3 statements are available. Sir, inside try block, one more try block. Some 2 statements are available. Sir, for this try, one except block, inner except block. Some 2 statements are. For this except, finally. So inner block is finished. Come to outside. For outer try, one except block. For outer, finally block. So this is the, see, outer try block. So this is called as inner. So from here to here, this is inner try, inner except, inner finally. Outer try, outer except, and outer finally blocks. So generally, normal risky code we have to take inside the outer try block. So which code we can write? So what is the inner try block? Inner try block, we can write too much risky code. We can write into the inner try block. Now, if any inner try block exception raised, where it will be handled, and what are the different possibilities are there, how the program is executed in this situation. Okay, so I will give a small example. First try, print, again try, print, except, inner try. Next, outer except, so this is the program. So outer try block, outer except, outer finally, inner try, inner except, inner finally blocks are available there. Assume that first question, if there is no exception, which statements will execute? because of in that program no exception blocks. Anywhere you can use base exception, no problem. Base exception is if I don't know all the child classes, then you can use the base exception. Base exception is applicable everywhere, anywhere. Sir, if I run this, which code will be executed? Outer try, inner finally, outer finally. Sir, now observe carefully. Sir, whenever if I run this code, okay, there is no exception. So first one is outer try block will be executed. Next inside, inner try will execute. There is no exception. So inner finally. Come to the outer finally. Run this. See outer try, inner finally, outer finally. Clear? Because of no exception here. All the statements are executed successfully. Fine. Next position. Observe carefully. There is an exception inside inner try block. Corresponding class matches. Now which blocks will be executed? Inner try block, exception rise. I handled that exception. Then which blocks will execute? There is no input provided. Which input? Input, why input? Print 10 by 0 I am given. Enough. Exception raised or not raised? So here, outer try. Inner accept, inner final, outer. Now what about inner try block? Anji, it won't execute inner try block. So in this case, sir, first outer try block will be executed. Come to the inside, inner try block will be executed. Yes, exception raised, jump to the accept block. Yes, corresponding class matches. Inner accept block will be executed. Next, inner finally will be executed. Any cost outer finally. So 5 statements will be executed. Outer try, inner accept, inner finally, outer finally. That is the correct output. Check here. See, outer try, inner accept, inner finally, outer finally. Clear, Harsha? Output input is not required. Just a statement, print statements are provided now. Sorry. Now one more question. Sir, here instead of 0 division, I am given name error. Then tell anyone, please tell. Name error I am given. Exception raised, but corresponding class I am not given. Then what will happen? Try this one. So exception can be handled or not handled in this situation. That is my doubt. Outer try, inner
Hello,
try,
Mahesh.
finally outer. So is it a normal termination, abnormal termination program? Abnormal termination. Okay. Remaining abnormal. Oh, everyone telling abnormal termination only. After inner try, it will get error. Depends on input. There is no input. That is only input. Final input. That is only program. This is the final program. 10 by 0. 0 division error I am getting. But my problem is corresponding class is not matches. Then what will happen? Everyone is telling abnormal termination only, and one person telling after inner try block, it will get error. Okay, see carefully here. So first of all, in this case, outer try will be executed. Okay, outer try, perfect. Next inner try, perfect. Sir, error came. Sir, whenever error came, corresponding class not matches, so it won't execute. Sir, exception raised, not handled. No issues. What will happen? Final block pakka executes. That is we know already. Sir, whenever inside match not matches, it will handle outer except block. So outside what I'm given, it is a default. So outer except block, outer finally will be executed because of inside. If I'm not handled exception, what is the outside except block? What is the use? It can be handled that except block. It can handle that except block. Then see this. See, normal termination, everyone assuming first outer, inner finally, outer except, because outer except is a default block. If inner I am not able to complete my task, this is who will responsible? Outer except block will be executed. That's why outer except, outer finally, normal termination only. Because of inside I am not handled, outside handled. Clear? For suppose outside also I am given wrong class, then whatever you are telling, that answer is correct. Inside I am not handled, outside also not handled. So outer try, inner try, inner finally, outer finally, abnormal termination this time. Observe carefully. Because of two I am given wrong classes only. Outer try, inner outer. This is abnormal. If I am removing this, it is a default except block. Anything can be handled. Automatically it will be executed. So that is the difference. Observe carefully. Sir, now I have small doubt. Sir, suppose the exception raised here itself only. Sir, which statements will come? See, tell answers carefully. Outside try block, exception raised now. Outer tray, outer exception. Remaining. Which blocks will execute? Sir, here, whenever outside problem came, okay, observe, first outer block will be executed. Here, exception raised. So, sir, it won't go for the inside. It never executes this block. Directly, the cursor jump to this block. So it is a default exception. So outer block will be executed. Outer finally, normal termination. Because it never goes to the inside. Outside itself and it will go to the outside only. Then outer try, outer accept, outer finally, normal termination. So that is about what we have to call nested try except finally. Array, it never goes to the inside, then how it is executed finally? If inner try executed, then only finally. First of all, cursor never goes to inside. Whenever exception raised, cursor jump to directly line number 10. Once it is executed, it never go back again. That's why inner block never executed. Only bypass outside, it will jump, no inside. That's why no inner final, nothing. Whenever it is executed inner try, then only pakka final block will execute. If you're not going to inside, how it is possible? No chance. Here exception raised. So whenever exception is raised, then how inside block will execute? Inside block will be terminated. So now, last concept, small concept. Else block with the try except finally. Else block with try except finally. So we can use else block also. Try except else finally. Then which codes we can write? Observe syntax. So first I want to go to the try block. So try block we know which code, rest code. Except and else. So when else block will be executed? Okay. So when except block will be executed? Whenever exception raised inside try, then only except block will be executed if exception inside try. Otherwise, except block won't execute. Perfect. Then when else block will be executed? Sir, if there is no exception inside try block, then only else block will be executed. If there is no exception inside try. Observe carefully. Sir, when except block will be executed, whenever the exception in the try block, then only it will be executed. So when else block will execute? If there is no exception means, sir, if the except block executed, else block won't execute. If except is not executed, then only else block. Sir, when finally? So that is the else block statement. So in the try block, any exception is raised, then only except block. If there is no exception, else block. Finally, block will be executed. Any cost, it will be executed. Now see a small example. Try. Print. Try. Except. Print. Accept. Else Then this is the program. Now, if I run the program, what is the output I will get? Try, except, else, finally. So see this, tell that when else block will be executed, when else block won't execute it. So based on this, if I run the program, what is the output I will get?
Try, except, finally.
Yes, try, else, finally, because in the try block, no exception. Except block won't execute. Then try, else, finally. Suppose here, sir, I have a print 10 by 0. Then which blocks will execute? Try block. Exception rising. Go to the except block. Whenever except block executed, else block won't execute. So try, except, finally. So that is the else block. So if there is no exception in the try block, then only else block will be executed. If an exception is raised, then it won't execute. So that is the try, except, else, finally, and try, finally. There are all the different ways how to use our try, except blocks. So now that is the exception handling concept. Sir, different ways how we can use try. Sir, print I, save, run. Sir, what is the output I will get? Just to print hi. So it is not possible to use a single try block. Is there any exception? Is there? No exception. Okay. So what is the output I will get? Am I getting high or not? Sir, if I run this program, okay, it won't execute. Error we will get because of single blocks we never used. So not only try, suppose if I'm using except, yes, it is also invalid. But now I have a small block. Can I use finally block? Finally, is it valid? Can I use finally block? Valid or invalid? Yes, because of no, invalid. So single blocks we never use. Observe. So don't use single try, single except, single finally, invalid only. Got it? Yes. Sir, now can I use try and I can use except? Is it a valid? Yes, it is valid because of try and except block is there. Pakka it should be valid. Run this. Yes, try block will be executed there. Suppose, sir, without except, can I use finally? Valid or invalid? Try and finally. Yes, try and final is the valid without except block. For suppose, sir, something goes wrong here. Now is it a valid? 10 by 0. Just now I'm asking, that is I'm asking. Exception raised 10 by 0, then valid or invalid? Yes. If you can use this without any except block, no problem. But abnormal termination only. See, Anji, exception raised or not raised, no problem. Now exception raised, I'm not handled, no problem. Try finally, abnormal termination, we will get. So no problem. Without except block, try finally valid. That is not error, abnormal termination. Okay, so like that, you can use try, else, anything we can use. Now, sir, can I go with try, except, without finally block? Can I use try, except, else? Is it valid? Try, except, else. Yes, try, else will be executed. Now, try and else. Valid or invalid? Try and else. Valid, invalid, valid, valid. One more. Sir, try and else is invalid because of except block is compulsory. Invalid. Without except block, no chance of using the else block. Can I use try else finally? Is it valid? Valid. Check here. Invalid. Sorry, else block if you want to use, compulsory, except is mandatory. Without except block, else not possible, invalid. So like that, in my material, whatever I shared in my material, 26 combinations I can provide it. We have to check that all those, which is valid, which is invalid, like this. Try else finally, try except else, else, try except else finally. 25 possibilities I am given. Please check that all those. Any doubts, I will explain. But no problem. Each one you can take, run it, then automatically will get it. Which is valid, which is invalid. So that is your exception handling concept. So next tomorrow I will tell. Sir, how many types of exceptions are there? Please tell. 2 types. Yes, very good. What are the 2 types? Excellent. Harsha, what I am asking you? Yeah, I am asking how many types of errors? Ayyo, no, wait, don't tell. If I'm asking how many types of errors means you can tell 2 types, syntax error, runtime error. I am asking types of exceptions. See the question carefully. Okay, there are exceptions also, some 2 types exceptions are there. Next class we will see that is one is predefined exception. Second one is user defined exceptions. Remember, errors are 2 types, syntax and runtime error. Exceptions, 2 types, predefined exceptions and user defined. Sir, predefined means Python will like zero division error, value error, name error, lookup error, base exception, this, that, everything. Yesterday, whatever the diagram is given, all those are predefined. Along with Python, it is coming. What is user defined? I want to give my own exceptions. That is called as user defined exceptions. Anyone tell please one user defined exception example? User defined exceptions means which type of exceptions? Predefined already we know. Zero division, value error, name error, base exception, arithmetic error, all are predefined. Any one example for user defined exception? No idea. So suppose whenever I go to the ATM to withdraw the money, okay, in your account maybe 5,000 money is there, but you are trying to withdraw 7,000 rupees. Your account balance is 5,000. You are trying to withdraw 7,000. Are you getting the money? Yes, sir. Yes, if you are a lucky person, definitely you will get. Then try your luck. Yes, no. But you will get one message. Which message you will get? In the screen or in the slip, one message you will get.
Insufficient money.
Yes, insufficient funds. So in my diagram, anywhere insufficient funds, insufficient balance, like that, any exception is there? No. Then how you are getting that exception? How you are getting that runtime error? Programmer, user defined message. So programmer will return message. If you are withdraw 4,000, you will get the cash. If the withdraw cash greater than 5,000, you will get one message. User defined message. Programmer will be created. So those types of exceptions are user defined. So tomorrow class, we will see about these types of exceptions.